My child, be still. Silence the world around you, for heaven is about to speak. You were guided here, not by chance, but by a divine appointment set before time began. Your soul has been crying out in the wilderness of your life, and the echo of your plea has reached the throne of the Father. He has seen your heart, and in his infinite mercy, he has dispatched me, Michael, the Archangel, to deliver a message directly to your spirit. This is your final opportunity to receive it. The celestial alignments are in place, the veil is thin, and your guardian angels are holding their breath, waiting for you to listen. Do not treat this as mere words on a screen. Feel the energy behind them, for they are imbued with sacred power. This is a holy communion, a moment suspended between your world and ours. Breathe deeply. Let go of your doubt. Open your heart to receive the truth that will set you free. The revelation begins now. You have felt it, haven't you? A change in the very air you breathe within your own home. It is a subtle, almost imperceptible shift, yet your spirit has registered it. It is a feeling that settles in the quiet moments, when the distractions of the day fade and the silence of the night takes over. The stillness in your home is no longer peaceful. It is heavy, weighted with an unspoken anticipation. You may have dismissed it as stress or fatigue, but I am here to tell you it is something far more profound. Heaven has turned its gaze upon your dwelling. The frequency of your space has begun to change, resonating with a celestial hum that you are only now beginning to perceive. Your prayers, even the ones you have only whispered in the deepest chambers of your heart, have ascended like incense to the heavens. They did not go unanswered. They created a ripple, a divine signal that alerted the angelic watchtowers that a soul was in need, that a battle for your light was imminent. This is why you are here, reading these words at this exact moment. It is not an accident. The Lord has orchestrated this encounter. He has noticed the weariness in your soul and the encroaching shadows at the edges of your life. The small signs you have overlooked were the first stirrings of this grand intervention. A sudden chill in a sunlit room, a recurring number that seems to follow you, a flicker of electricity at the mention of a certain name. These were not coincidences. They were the gentle, persistent knocks of the divine, preparing you, softening the ground of your heart for the seed of truth that is about to be planted. The very atmosphere of your life is being prepared for a revelation, a holy unveiling that is necessary for your journey forward. We are with you. I am with you. Pay attention, for the energy is now ripe for you to understand what has been hidden in plain sight. This shift in energy you have been feeling is not just a heavenly phenomenon. It is also a reaction to a presence that does not belong. A shadow has fallen over you, my child, and it is dimming the brilliant light of your soul. This is not a shadow cast by the sun, but one cast by a spiritual darkness that has crept into your life, silent and insidious. It is the reason for the inexplicable sadness that sometimes ambushes you, the reason for the sudden exhaustion that drains your will to fight, to hope, to dream. It is a parasitic energy, a quiet entity that has attached itself to your aura, feeding on your moments of doubt, your fears, and your unspoken grief. It thrives in discord and whispers lies into your spirit when you are at your most vulnerable. Look around your home. Do you feel it? A cold spot in the hallway, a corner of a room that your eyes avoid, a feeling of being watched when you are certain you are alone. This presence has made a small nest in your space, drawn in through a crack in your spiritual armor, a moment of deep pain, a lingering resentment, or a connection to a person whose own light has been extinguished. You are not imagining it. You are not losing your mind. You are a being of light, and your spirit is recoiling from this encroaching darkness. Heaven has seen your divine light, which once burned with the fire of 1,000 suns, begin to flicker and wane under this oppressive spiritual weight. It is a subtle suffocation, designed to isolate you, to make you feel abandoned by God and by hope. But you are not abandoned. This message is the proof. This is heaven's response. It is a trumpet blast to awaken you from the slumber this shadow has induced, a call to arms to reclaim the light that is your birthright. The darkness was drawn to your brilliance, but it will not be allowed to extinguish it. This shadow did not find you by accident. It was invited unknowingly through a channel that stands perilously close to you. When I say neighbor, I do not simply mean the one who lives next door. I speak of someone inside your sacred circle, a person who shares your space, your time, your trust. Your spirit, in its infinite wisdom, has already tried to warn you. It is that sudden, inexplicable feeling of unease that washes over you when they are near. It is the way their words, though seemingly kind, leave a bitter aftertaste in your soul. It is the smile that never quite reaches their eyes, a mask that hides a vast and turbulent ocean of secrets. You have felt your energy drain after spending time with them. You have questioned your own intuition, telling yourself you are being judgmental or unfair. I am here to validate what your soul has been screaming at you. You are not wrong. This person, this silent neighbor, is walking a path of profound deception. They carry a heavy secret, a hidden darkness that they conceal from the world, and its toxic energy is bleeding into your life. Their unspoken envy, their secret resentments, or a deep-seated bitterness they harbor acts as a gateway, a portal through which the shadow has gained entry into your home and your heart. Their spiritual turmoil creates a vortex that disrupts your peace and poisons the sacred ground of your life. Do not doubt your spiritual senses any longer. That feeling in the pit of your stomach is the Holy Spirit within you, recoiling from a counterfeit light. Heaven is pulling back the curtain now, showing you the source of the leak in your spiritual vessel. You were not meant to carry their burden, nor were you meant to be a casualty of their silent war. The stakes of this spiritual battle are higher than you know, for the shadow's gaze is not fixed solely upon you. Its attention has been drawn to the most vulnerable light in your orbit, a child, or a loved one who carries the pure, untarnished spirit of a child. This could be your son or daughter, a grandchild, a niece or nephew, or even a cherished friend whose soul is gentle and pure. Their innocence shines like a beacon in the spiritual realm, a radiant light that is beautiful to behold for the forces of heaven, but a tempting target for the darkness. This unseen presence, this shadow you have felt, is watching them. It covets their purity. It desires to plant seeds of fear in their fertile imagination, to whisper anxieties into their dreams. Have you noticed a change in them? A new and unexplained fear of the dark, nightmares that leave them trembling and inconsolable, a sudden withdrawal, or a sadness they cannot explain? Do not dismiss these as simple childhood phases. They are spiritual symptoms. The pure heart of this beloved one is sensing the watcher in the shadows, the cold gaze that follows them when they think no one is looking. The protective shield of your love is their primary defense, but that shield is being weakened by the encroaching darkness brought in by your silent neighbor. The betrayal that has wounded you has created a breach in the family's spiritual walls, and this innocent soul is now exposed. This is a sacred and urgent warning. You have been called by heaven not only to fight for your own light, but to rise as a fierce spiritual guardian for the innocent one who depends on you. You must become their protector in a way you have never been before, shielding them with prayer, with light, and with a love that casts out all fear. But you are not fighting this battle alone. In the midst of this encroaching shadow, there is a powerful ally working tirelessly on your behalf from beyond the veil. A soul who loves you, one who has passed from this earthly life into the light of heaven, sees your struggle, and refuses to stand idly by. Their love for you was not extinguished by death. It was magnified. From their celestial vantage point, they see the entire board. They see the shadow, they see the silent neighbor, and they see the danger to the child. Their peace in paradise is disturbed by your peril, and they are moving heaven and earth to reach you. They are sending you signs, desperate whispers of love and warning that you may have mistaken for memory or imagination. That familiar fragrance of perfume or cologne that suddenly fills the air when you are thinking of them, that is a visitation. The song that held a special meaning for you both, which plays on the radio at the exact moment you feel most defeated, that is a message. A feather that appears on your path in a place where no bird could have left it. A dream of them so vivid and real you wake with the feeling of their embrace still upon you. These are their sacred communiques. They are working in tandem with your guardian angels, using the currency of love to pierce the veil between worlds. There is something they need you to know, a truth they did not get to share in life, or a warning about the person you trust that they can now see with perfect clarity. Do not dismiss these signs as grief playing tricks on your mind. Acknowledge them. Thank them. Their love is a fortress around you, a counterforce pushing back against the darkness. They are your champion in the heavens, reminding you that love is the one power a shadow cannot overcome. The battle for your soul will soon come to a head in the most sacred and vulnerable of spaces, your room, in the deep silence of the night. As you lay your head down to rest in that liminal space between wakefulness and sleep, The veil between your world and the spiritual realm becomes its thinnest. It is here that you are most receptive to the whispers of both light and shadow. You have felt it already, the distinct feeling of a presence in the room even when your eyes are closed, a sudden drop in temperature that makes you pull the covers tighter, a floorboard that creaks when no one is there. This is the spiritual nexus, the meeting point where the forces vying for your attention are most active. The shadow seeks to use this time to instill fear, to plague you with anxious thoughts and disturbing dreams. But heaven has other plans. A sign is coming. I, Michael, have ordained it. In the nights to come, you are to be watchful, for you have a divine appointment. You will receive a sign so clear, so profound, that it will erase all doubt and fortify your spirit for what you must do next. It will not be a sign of terror. The Lord does not speak the language of fear. It will be a sign of unmistakable truth. It may come as a dream, so lucid and detailed that it feels more real than your waking life, in which the silent neighbor's mask is removed. It may be a single word, your name, whispered into the stillness of the room by a voice you recognize as celestial love. It may be a brief, brilliant flash of blue or white light in the darkness, a visible manifestation of my protective presence. Do not be afraid. When this sign comes, your only duty is to receive it. It is the key that will unlock your understanding of the final, painful truth, and it is the signal that the time for observation is over, and the time for action is at hand. The time has come for the final veil to be torn away. The signs, the feelings, the warnings from your soul and from the heavens have all been pointing to one heartbreaking truth. The silent neighbor, the person in your life who you have trusted, is the source of the spiritual affliction you are enduring. This is more than them just carrying a secret. It is an active, though perhaps unconscious betrayal. Their spirit is at war with yours. While they offer you a smile and kind words, their heart harbors a deep-seated envy, a quiet resentment, or a blinding jealousy that has become a spiritual poison. This is the invisible betrayal. Their negative intentions towards you, whether spoken aloud or not, are like arrows loosed in the spiritual realm, aimed directly at your light. They are the reason you feel so stuck, as if you are wading through mud. They are the reason promising opportunities have mysteriously dissolved, why financial struggles have intensified, why your relationships have been filled with inexplicable strife. You have been living under the shadow of a subtle but relentless spiritual attack. This person's inner darkness has created the spiritual vortex that drew in the parasitic entity, and it is their negative energetic field that is putting the innocent child in your life at risk. The loved one in heaven has been trying desperately to show you this, to point you toward the source of your pain. Every piece of this divine revelation has been designed to lead you to this moment of clarity. It is a painful truth to accept. The heart recoils from the idea that someone close could be a source of such harm. But heaven cannot allow this deception to continue, for it is draining your life force and derailing your divine destiny. I am standing with you now, lending you my strength to face this truth without shattering. Acknowledge it. See it for what it is, for only by seeing the betrayal can you begin to heal from it. Listen closely, for these are the final words of this revelation. The message is complete. Heaven has spoken. The shadows have been exposed. The source of your affliction has been named, and the love of your celestial allies has been affirmed. I, Michael, have stood as your shield while you received this truth, deflecting the arrows of the enemy so that your spirit could hear without distortion. The path, which was once shrouded in fog and confusion, is now illuminated by the light of divine wisdom. There will be no more signs, there will be no more whispers in the night. This was the final merciful alert from the throne of God, a last chance offered in infinite love before the consequences of this spiritual battle become irreversible. The power has now been placed back into your hands. The choice is yours. You know in your heart what must be done. Whether it is to create a holy distance, to sever a toxic tie, to anoint your home with prayers of cleansing, or to rise up in righteous authority and banish the darkness in the name of the Most High, the next move is yours. You have been given the sight to see the invisible chains. Now you must use the strength you have been given to break them. Do not hesitate. Do not second-guess this divine intervention. To delay now is to consent to the shadow's dominion over your life and the lives of those you love. Step forward as the warrior of light you were created to be. This was Archangel Michael's final revelation. No more waiting. No more signs. If your soul heard this message, comment, "I choose to obey," and share it with someone who still walks blind. You've been chosen. But what you do next will echo in heaven.